Hey YouTube friends, and welcome to Arcade Treasure Center. My name is Roy. If you're a first-time viewer or just stopping by to say hi and see what this channel is all about, welcome and thank you for being here. This channel is dedicated to teaching new, upcoming, and even experienced resellers how to successfully grow their eBay business by providing you with tips and knowledge on how to be a successful entrepreneur. Whether you're wanting to do this full-time, part-time, this channel primarily focuses on showing how simple and easy it is to earn that extra income. I myself enjoy going to garage sales, thrift shops, flea markets, trade shows, just about anywhere I can find undervalued items to flip for a profit. As I stated, this channel is primarily focused on eBay. However, principles behind Arcade Treasure Center will work for any other e-commerce platform. So if this channel sounds like something you're interested in or you'd like to watch, then be sure to click that thumbs up button. By doing this, it not only helps the channel, but it also helps the eBay algorithm, and therefore YouTube will provide you with more material and suggested videos like this. So today's video is going to be a what sold video. I've got 2 pages of items that sold overnight, or 11 items. And if you've been watching me for a long time, then you know that I do this quite often. But if you're fairly new to the channel, whenever I show you what I sold, it's not to be boastful or prideful. I'm really happy for what I sold. But it's to show you the kind of items that you can source for at those thrift shops and garage sales and different places, so that way you can spend less money to make more money. In other words, sometimes I'll show things that I buy for an inexpensive price that I sell for a big profit, and some things that I got for an inexpensive price and sell for a smaller profit. All the profits are going to add up because profit is profit, and we all want to make a little extra money. So if that's what you're looking to do, is just make a little extra money, hey, keep watching these items. The first item that I sold is an inexpensive item, but let me tell you about it and I'll explain why. So recently I've been selling a lot of mousetrap board games. Maybe it's fall time, heading towards Christmas. I've been selling them new ones, used ones. I've been doing really good at selling mousetrap board games. Well, this is a mousetrap game, but it's not a normal mousetrap board game. This is actually a McDonald's mousetrap toy that I got for my Happy Meal. I enjoy, when I'm out thrifting, just maybe stopping by McDonald's and picking up a Happy Meal, because it gives you a hamburger, fries, and a drink, and it's just enough to keep me satisfied till I get home and my wife Kim makes me dinner, lunch, or whatever it is. But I'll get a Happy Meal because I'll get the toy, and then I'll turn around and sell the toy, and I'll make enough money off of just selling the toy to buy me another Happy Meal. So sometimes it's not always for money in your pocket, but sometimes it's money just to be able to eat and keep on going. This item sold for $3.29. The buyer paid $7.73 all in. It's lightweight, it's going to ship out. I'm only making a couple of dollars off of this, and that's just enough to buy another Happy Meal. All right, some items I go ahead and pre-box, and usually it's the glassware or anything that's breakable. I don't do all the glassware, but if I'm going to stack it up, it's easy for me to stack. And in fact, I even write my little code on here so that way I can find it real simple. Inside this box is a candy dish. This is a coin dot candy dish. It's an old antique vintage one. And it sold for $9.99, and the buyer paid the shipping. And I think I paid 99 cents for it at the thrift shop. So it's profit. So I sold some more glassware, and inside this box is an espresso Demitasse cup and saucer. I found this at a secondhand store. This little cup and saucer, I paid $2 for it. They were having a little sale, and it sold for $14 plus the buyer paid the shipping. It is made in Italy, and it's not something you find all the time, but it is something that's going to sell. I found several of them on eBay in the comp sold section, so I knew what to list it at and what it was going to sell for. So I brought Kim in because there's a real special reason. We had another viewer sale, and the viewer left a wonderful note, and her name is Sandy, and I'll let Kim go ahead and explain what sold, what Sandy bought.
Sandy bought this cute little Christmas Santa Claus hors d'oeuvre set, and it's got the little forks and everything, and Roy told me about the comment, and I thought it was so sweet. So Sandy said, "Thank you for your great videos. I learned a lot from you and enjoy the videos. Include your wife," that's me, "and you both are a joy." Sandy, thank you so much for commenting and leaving such a sweet and kind note. We really appreciate it, and we appreciate your purchase as well.
Yeah, thank you, Sandy. All right, so I've done a lot of sourcing lately and picked up a whole bunch of stuff, so the floor is pretty crowded with items that I got to get listed and posted. But I'm going to take you around with the camera so you can see a little bit of my eBay room and see what it's like. And go ahead and continue to pull more items. The next item I'm going to pull is this one right here. This is, even though it's a real pretty green, it's got a clear bottom. It's not very big. This is one of those 99-cent type thrift store items that you can find, and it sold for $10, and the buyer paid the shipping. They definitely paid more for the shipping than they did for the bowl. And again, that's profit and something easy you can find. All right, the next item that's sold is going to be down here, and it's another pre-boxed item, but it's not glassware. So as you can see, this is a medium flat rate box. You hear stuff moving around in there. Well, it's actually in a bag, so if you do hear it moving around, it's nothing that's going to break. What it is 5 pounds of Legos. Some of the thrift stores I go to, they have just bulk Lego pieces. They don't make anything. They're just random bulk pieces. They'll throw them in a bag. Sometimes you'll find a couple pounds or 5 pounds, 10 pounds, and they'll sell them for very inexpensive. I think I paid $2.99 for a 5-pound bag of miscellaneous Legos. And whenever I do that, I pick it up and I'll list them, and it may take a month, but may take only a couple weeks or a week, but they'll always sell. And these sold for $25, and the buyer paid the $15 shipping. So the next item I have is going to be in here in the Believe bin. And it should be fairly close to the front. And there it is, right down there. It's just a little tiny snowman. And I picked up a whole bunch of little glass blown Christmas ornaments. I looked them up. A couple were worth some really good money, but most of them were just glass blown Christmas ornaments, even if they were from different countries. This one is from the Czech Republic. And it didn't have a high value. It sold for $6.99, and the buyer paid the shipping. All right, so I have a little bit of media or games, and some of them I have here, some of them I have back over there, but this is what's sold here. These are PC CD-ROM games. These are the Sims 2 Nightlife and Free Time. And PC games, some of them are worth a lot of money, and some of them aren't worth very much money. These are used, they're not new, and these sold for $9.99, and the buyer paid the shipping. All right, so believe it or not, I go sourcing just about anywhere I can. And if I find items on sale and I think they're gonna flip and make a few dollars and they're easy to list, I'm gonna pick it up. And one of the items that sold is down here in what I call my 7-Eleven bin. And that's right, it's just what it sounds like, 7-Eleven. And in here I've got a bunch of plush that I picked up from 7-Eleven. And I sold one of these plushes, this blue one here. Let me get the lid back on. And these little 7-Eleven plushes are selling for pretty good money. They were on sale over at the 7-Eleven and Stripes stores. I think I paid $1.59, $1.99 for them. And this sold for $18.99, free shipping. So I do pick up clothes to sell. I try not to pick up too much. But I did find something over at the thrift store. I paid $5, I think $5.99 for it. And it's in here. This is where I keep some of my clothes, some jackets and different stuff, some other odds and ends. And I just listed it, so it should be on top, and it's right there. All right, so this is a camouflage military, U.S. military parka. And when I picked it up at the thrift shop, it was in excellent condition. Didn't look like it was hardly ever used. Super clean. And I knew that certain items like military items are going to sell real good. Now they had prices anywhere from used ones for $30 up to really nice ones for $50 plus shipping. So I figure I just needed a quick flip. I didn't need to hold on to it for a long time. It is winter time. It's also that hunting time of the year where people are getting ready to go do some hunting. And a lot of people like camouflage. So I went ahead and listed this at $39.99 plus shipping. And I would say within 15 minutes of listing this item, it sold. And the buyer has a little over $50 all in on this item. And I really wasn't sure it was going to sell that fast because it's actually an extra small. but it's sold within 15 minutes. Probably one of my fastest items that ever sold. I sell jewelry, I sell sterling silver and different things like that. Let me move this out of the way. In these bins is where I keep my jewelry and stuff. And that's why it's marked J. It kind of reminds me of J for jewelry. So in this box, I think it's in here, right? Yeah, right here. And it's wrapped up, so it's a little bit difficult to see. But this is a sterling silver bread knife. Not the whole thing is sterling silver. Most of the time when you find sterling silver flatware, things like that, the blade itself is usually stainless steel. And in this case, that's what it is. It's stainless steel. The knife handle is what is silver. And again, generally it's not solid. So it's just the handle, the outside wrapping is sterling silver. The inside is probably just the tang of the knife and just holds it. So it's not solid and it's not super heavy. But this is an item I found at the thrift shop. And I could tell, because it was really hard, and I'm not going to unwrap this, but on the handle, in real fine print, down along the side, it says sterling. Even though on the blade, it said stainless steel. So I knew this was going to be a good thing to sell. And it sold for $16.99, and the buyer paid the shipping. And I got this out of their silver flatware area, and I think I paid 25 cents for it. And the last item that sold is a reminder that to me that it's the holiday time of the year. And it's going to be in here, I believe. I think it might be in this package. Yes, it's already packaged up. All right, so in this package, and as you can see, it's just in a little regular envelope poly bag bubble. It's not in a priority because it's not that heavy. This is a salt and pepper shaker. It's a Pilgrim, a man and a wife. Has my little custom SKU on it right there. So it was easy to find that way. That's how I know it when it's wrapped up. And this sold for $7.99 plus shipping. They're new. They're not vintage. They're not old. So they're not worth a lot of money. I just picked them up because I knew Thanksgiving time was coming up. So I went ahead and got them and listed them at the best price that I could find. There was a lot of competition, a lot of comps for salt and pepper shakers. So $7.99. I'm happy with that. Sometimes I get asked what kind of shipping boxes and packages do I use to wrap certain items and mail them out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the camera and put it on this mount right here and just show you a couple items that I wrap up and mail out and show you how simple and easy it is. All right, so the first thing I'm going to wrap up is these video games, and I'll show you how I wrap them to protect them and how I mail them out. But one thing I'm a big advocate on is when it comes to thank you notes, even if it's just thank you. And of course, this is my business card, and it's going to talk about the YouTube channel and my eBay store because I want to promote my eBay store more than anything. But I always write a little thank you and stick it with my items that I mail out. All right, try to ignore my fat belly right here. All right, so when it comes to video games, it's real simple. Basically, I'm just going to take a piece of cardboard, and this one's actually got a bad slide. So let's cut this off. I'll just wrap it up, and I'm basically just using the frame itself of the box, the disc boxes, to fold this up, and that's it. And as you can see, I just use old random pieces of cardboard and seal it up. And of course, this is an eBay bag that I picked up off of eBay. I get my coupons so I can order these, and I just put it on the scale, weigh it up, and slap a label on it, mail it out. It weighs 14 ounces, so it goes out less than a pound. It's only going to cost about $5 to mail it out. So this item is real simple to mail out. I could just stick it in a poly bag, put a label on it, mail it out. Now, as for me, I try to be a little bit more professional looking. I get these clear poly bags, and I think I have a link to them in the description down below. But these clear poly bags, I can buy like 1,000 of them for like $20. They're real inexpensive, and they work just like a normal poly bag. I like to do it. To me, it looks super professional. I can put that in there. I can put my thank you card in there, and it has a little tape strip just like a regular poly bag, so I can pull that open, tape it shut. Now that just looks professionally sealed and clean and clear and ready to go. And then I just stick it in the poly bag like that, and there. And like I said, I'm probably paying less than a penny for those clear poly bags. So when you buy them in bulk like that, when you buy like 1,000 of them, I'm probably paying a penny or less. So to me, it's worth it. All right, this little blown glass Christmas ornament is lightweight and it is breakable, but it's, again, real simple to mill out. So I just use 6x4x4 or 4x4x6, however you want to say it, boxes for this, because it's going to fit. It's a small item. Now sometimes I use clear tape, sometimes I use eBay tape. In this case, I'm going to use eBay tape, and I'm going to tape it up. Doesn't matter, clear tape works just fine. Now one thing I like to do when it comes to little items and breakable items is I'll take tissue paper, and I use eBay tissue paper, but you can use any kind of tissue paper or wrapping paper or anything like that. And what I'll do is I'll stick a little bit down there in the bottom just to give it a little void fill and padding. Then I'll take the item itself along with my thank you card, wrap it up, put a little tape on that to keep it from bouncing around, and I'll stick that in there. See how it's sticking in there very nicely. And I take that other piece of tissue paper and I'll stick it on there, close it up, a little bit of eBay tape again to wrap it up. That item is sealed and it's not going anywhere. Alright, so when it comes to like Pyrex bowls, I just use a 8x8x8 box. As you can see, it'll fit in there without a problem, and I'll be able to bubble wrap it and void fill this box so that way it fills nicely and it'll ship safely. All right, again, I put void fill in, and like I said, you can use any kind of butcher paper, wrapping paper, tissue paper, whatever you want to use, it doesn't matter. Kind of put some of this down there for a little extra padding and void fill that way. All right. Sometimes when I just wrap something up with small bubble wrap, I'll also wrap it with a little bit of big bubble wrap just to give it a little extra padding. A lot of times, like I said, mostly for electronics or even bigger glass items or items I want to keep together, I use like saran wrap, poly wrap. This is just wrap you can just buy. I think I bought it at Walmart. You can buy it online, Amazon, eBay. Or you can buy big sheets, small sheets, or just use regular saran wrap and just take your item and just wrap it. Just rips off. And again, it's not something you have to do, but it really holds that bubble in around stuff and keeps it really good and protected. Alright, I'm about done wrapping these items, so I'm going to take them to the post office. If this is the video and the kind of content you like to watch, then be sure you reach over, click that subscribe button, hit that thumbs button, and if, more than anything, make sure you click that notification bell so that way you know every time we put out a video. Well, I appreciate everybody for stopping by. To all the resellers out there, find it, sell it, profit. To everyone else, take care, be safe, and have a great day. Be kind to one another.